I quit Google to sell samosas.
क्या?
To pursue a career in something which I had absolutely no background in, selling food. The answer to this question is actually a conversation that I had with a very senior member in the company. When one fine day, he invited me to the meeting room to talk about my career. And he asked me that, Munaf, what are your plans with the Bori kitchen? And with your job and your career? He said that, Munaf, stop looking at life from a 1 year lens. Instead, look at it from a 5 year lens. What does that mean? So, a 1 year lens would mean that don't worry about what would happen if you quit Google today to pursue a job, like what will happen next year. Because the fact is that even worst case scenario, let's say I quit Google, I started the Bori kitchen, and 1 year later it's not a success. I'll get a job again. I'll find another job in maybe Google again, maybe another company. But 5 years later, I'll be back on the same trajectory that I would have been anyway, because things average out, especially when you work hard. But now imagine if the Bori kitchen does succeed. Okay, so 1 year later you decide that hey, this is worth it. You keep it going. 2 years into it, you keep it going. 5 years later, you're still doing it. It kind of changes your life in a way that no 9 to 6 job could ever have. It started because of a fight I had with my mother, where I was sitting at home in my living room right here, and I was watching TV, and my mom came and changed the channel to watch a Saas Bahu show, and it led to a small argument where I told her that, mom, like I think you're this incredibly talented person. Why don't you do something else with your life, with your time? And she put me in my place immediately, saying that, Munaf, I have raised all of you. I've put in all of this energy to sort of run this household. Now I can relax. But it did lead to one idea, which is the Bori kitchen, where the community and the cuisine, which belongs to my community, the Bori community, it's something that I've always wanted to experiment with, to market. And I have access to the best Bori chef in the world. So I wanted to bring these two things together and see, is there a way to kind of test that opportunity out. And setting up a restaurant was too scary. So I did the next best thing. I started inviting a few strangers to my place to actually eat food made by my mother. While today the Bori kitchen might not be this amazing success, and my attempts at scaling it might not have succeeded the way I wanted them to, but it's given me an amount of self-esteem, it's given me confidence, it's given me experiences, it's allowed me to meet people, it's given me things which no job can honestly offer. And when you suddenly evaluate decisions like that, it just makes a lot more logical sense, and that's how I quit Google to sell samosas. The reason I chose Bori cuisine is Bori food is highly experiential because of the Bori thal. We sit around this 3 foot diameter steel plate, we sit around it and we eat directly from it. And it's you sit shoulder to shoulder with 7 people, many a times are complete strangers, if you go for a wedding. And you're served over 7 courses. There are traditions we follow. We start the meal by tasting salt. We alternate between savory and sweet. It's all a fantastic experience for somebody who hasn't experienced it already. On top of that, the food itself is incredible. It's incredibly mainstream in terms of its palatability, but in terms of its availability, it's just not available outside the community. So I decided that it intrigues my marketing brain that this is something worth trying out. faced challenges with regards to standardizing my mom's food when I wanted to scale the delivery business. I faced challenges when I finally did scale the delivery business. I set up 5 delivery centers. We were doing over 200 orders per day, but it wasn't profitable because of just the broken business model of on demand delivery. I've gone bankrupt in 2016 when I discovered that I hadn't paid VAT for my business. Um, um, I've faced challenges with regards to staffing, hiring people, realizing that the talent that I've grown in house, suddenly wants to leave for greener pastures. As an entrepreneur, I think you kind of have to know that you're doing this for the journey rather than the destination.